Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with another video. If this is your first time seeing me, kindly do subscribe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your love. I really do appreciate. We are 90 subscribers. Thank you so much. So today I'll be doing a reaction video on Blue Therapy. I love this show so much, so let's start the video.
So you came here of all places to talk to him. Yeah, just to find out what's going on. You know, we're in therapy.
I told my sister about this and I gave her the update about how the therapy is going. Now that my sister's here, I don't think that it's a good idea because I forgot that she was coming. So my sister's here, Choma's here. It's a tricky situation. I don't think this is going to end well.
Like, why are you here if you don't mind me asking?
Choma.
We're siblings, like what?
So I think in this scenario, Chioma is like not in the mood for the sister. You know what's up? Chioma is just no. What's your sister doing here? Blah blah blah. I think Paul and the sister has a scenario. Maybe the sister like Paul or something. You know, relationship between siblings. Sometimes that happens. So I guess that's what's happening right here.
What is that? My siblings aren't here. Okay.
The same person we're in therapy to discuss has come to my therapy session. Do you see what I'm talking about? This has to be a prank, like literally. I'm so sick and tired of it. I don't know what relationship this girl wants to have with her brother, whatever incest shit she has in her head or she dreams about. This is some bullshit. Like, I don't understand what your problem is. We're in therapy. Leave us alone. Go away. What the hell? What is she doing here?
I would explain it in a minute. Yeah, let me just
There's
talk to
nothing
her.
to explain. What the
Babe,
what is she doing at our therapy session?
Can I have a minute?
Okay.
So Choma's back in the room now. The only thing is with my sister, I'm gonna have to tell her to leave, although she came for me. I just feel like it would be best for my relationship in terms of trying to make it work and you know, that type of stuff. So yeah, it's a tricky one. Can I call you back, please? I'm gonna call you later.
But I've come all the way here.
Trust me, it's deep. It's deep. Can we do that?
Choma, can you just explain what's going on?
Paul's sister is here.
Sorry?
Paul, his sister, is here. I don't understand what did she come here to do? I don't understand. Maybe she should be here and I should be outside.
Babe,
this is what I mean. She's, oh my God, oh God.
Can I land? Okay, look, Denise, I haven't seen Choma in a week, right? I was worried. I'm a family-orientated person, as she knows.
So you got her to come here?
No, I communicated the situation.
And she came here to do what?
In support of us.
So does she know I was going to be here?
Well,
you could have given me a heads up, babe.
yeah, but
You know I have a problem with your sister and you call her to my matter. No, we don't do that. That is totally wrong. Like,
I didn't even know you were gonna come, and you know, I hadn't seen you in a week. You even came late. So the person that's online enjoying themselves posted, you want me?
how can you tell me you don't know whether I'm going to come? Because, like, I don't understand. This poor of a guy is pissing me off. Thank God I'm not in Chioma's shoe.
You even came late. You want me to tell you about what's going on? No, you need to be in the house. When you are at home, then I'll be able to discuss with you to see, you know, and tell you what's going on with the program.
Your sister really needs to chill because I'm getting so irritated at this point. This is supposed to be for us.
Paul has no manner of talking in any way. So because I didn't sleep in your house for a week, you think you can just like tell me, okay, yes, because I'm not sleeping in your house, I'm not updated about things that is going on. And we are in therapy just to solve some stuff like that. Like, some stuff like that. Like, no, I'm not having that.
She's part of our issues and she's also here. No, that's not going to run. That is not going to run. I'm not having it. I think this is the last straw for me. I'm not having that.
Well, let's not put a full stop on it. Let's just maybe put a comma for a second.
I don't know. I might really want to like that statement. Don't let us put a full stop on it. Let's put a comma. And you know, if there's a comma in a statement, it continues. But if there's a full stop, boom, any other thing that follows is after, but not like in that sentence anymore, if you get me.
Can you appreciate that maybe Shoma is uncomfortable with your sister being here today?
Fuck is she doing here?
Babe, that's a lot of energy, babe. Let's just relax.
Are you understanding what is going on? Your sister's at our therapy session, babe.
Babe, I haven't seen you in a week. What do you think's worse, Denise?
I don't want to have to put my hands on this woman, because she's violating me, my personal space, my relationship. Enough is enough. She's at our, oh my God.
Okay, where have you been? Where have you been?
I've been at my sister's.
Doing what?
We've discussed
Doing what?
Doing what people do when they're in the house.
Paul always tried to look for an excuse to be like, for him not to be at fault. Let me put it like that. Paul is just an human being that does not like people telling them, yes, you're at fault, just admit it. This is your fault. But no, what are you doing? You're like, ha. So why, Minnie?
There seems to be an underlying, maybe historic issue that's fundamental to your relationship. Can you think what that might be?
I feel like things maybe started off when we moved in together. I don't know. For me, I feel like maybe Paul feels guilty.
Guilty?
That's right, yeah.
Why would Paul feel guilty?
Because a situation happened with us, and then we decided to move in together.
Okay.
Babe.
What's the situation? I just need a little bit more information.
One minute. Babe.
Yeah, we're here to solve things, so...
But it's something that we don't really discuss, so...
Well, I want to discuss it because you've never discussed it.
Okay.
Paul is shaking. Ha. I've never seen him shake like this throughout the episode. I cannot wait to hear what Chioma wants to say. Because
I don't think it's a good idea for us to...
Well, I'm going to discuss it. I feel like I would need some sort of closure, at least, with the situation. So, about 8 months or so ago, sorry, it just gets a bit, you know. So 8 months ago, myself and Paul got ourselves into a situation where we, so basically I got, so I got pregnant.
All right.
Yeah, 8 months ago, and obviously I'm not pregnant now, so you can, you know. So this is a very sensitive topic, and I have to be careful how I speak about it. Prior to this conversation or coming to therapy, myself and Paul have never spoken about it. It's almost been like a taboo in our house. We're here to resolve situations, and it's been hurting me, and I kind of want to get it off my chest.
And whose decision was it to change you being pregnant?
At the time, Paul and I were on a break, and he suggested that we would, so but he knows my stance with these things. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, take your time.
Okay. So he knows my stance with these things, because my lineage in my family, we have so we find it difficult to get pregnant. So aunties and people with there's ovarian cysts and things like that. And Paul knows my stance with abortions. So when we were together and we got pregnant, he was not willing to be a dad at that time. And I've always had this thing where I wanted to be. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Paul, maybe just give you have a moment. Can you just give me some insight into what was happening at that time?
Okay. So, as Trevor said, a good few months ago, basically it was a drunken night. We were both drinking irresponsibly. Things got very steamy very quickly, and things happened that night that basically haven't happened before. So, without going into too much detail, I'm talking maybe 7 to 8 rounds, and that's something that's not really new for us. So after the situation, we had a discussion.
Is he trying to boast that he did 7 rounds or something? I don't understand. Like, something that is hurting Chioma, and you have the guts to say, okay, yes, 7 rounds, blah blah blah.
That's it. And we came to a mutual agreement whereby we both decided that we were not ready to have a child and we were not going to go through with that process.
I wouldn't say it was a mutual agreement. I feel like at the time where we discussed having an abortion, obviously, I don't know if you know how things work, but when people have sex, you don't know if you're pregnant or not there and then. So I felt like it was a joke. We've wanted children from the get-go, So when that situation happened and Paul was hell-bent on having an abortion, he actually said something like, if you have the baby, I'm not sure I can be there for you guys. And I've grown up in a household of 2 parents, and I've always said to myself that I would never be a single mom. So my only option was to kind of have an abortion, and he was willing to take me there, pay for it, everything. So that's kind of what we did, and we haven't spoken about it since.
Well, it's a difficult one because I know she's upset about the situation. I'm not happy about the situation, obviously, clearly, but to kind of blame me, that's kind of unfair because it was honestly a mutual decision. I literally remember both of us having a discussion and coming to a conclusion collectively. It's kind of one way to say it's all my fault, in my opinion, but I do definitely see where she's coming from.
I actually agree with Paul here. Like, it's your stomach. You decided to abort. Like, even if I tell you to go and abort, if you don't want to do it, you won't do it. So don't put the blame on him. He said does not want the baby.
You know what I mean? And now he's taking that away from me, away from us. And you know how he is. Like, imagine we get married and I'm unable to have kids. Are you even gonna stay?
Babe,
do you know what I mean? And he made me have the abortion.
Babe, I will stay with you through anything, trust me.
It's very difficult when it's such an emotive subject to think logically about it. But Shoma, one thing I will have to say is that we're all masters of our own destiny, and you may have spoken about it together, but ultimately, who walked into the clinic?
God, I like that question. Like, I like that question so much. Who walked into the clinic? It is you. It is you, Chioma. It didn't force you to go. You went willingly because you don't want to be a single mom. So, why are you blaming him? Yeah, but you can't say that.
Who walked into the clinic?
Yeah, but you can't say that though. You can't say that. You know my situation. Like, where was I gonna go with my baby? Just what was I gonna do? Do you know what I mean? Like, I felt very vulnerable in that time. I'm not even just blaming you, because yes, like, I made the decision to have the abortion.
I understand that pain. Yes, I understand that pain. It's really painful, especially when you want to abort and you have the fact in your head that you might not get pregnant again. It's really hard. So
I can't take that away from my past, can I?
You can't take it away, but you can learn to deal with it. And you can learn to accept your decisions together.
Denise, I'd just like to say, Choma, babe, I promise you, I promise you, I'm willing to be here for you through thick and thin, no matter the situation. And I promise you, hand on my heart, no matter what, when we decide to take the next step in the future, I'll 100%.
That's not the point, no. I want you to promise me that if we were to get in that situation again, whether we're married, whether we're together or on a break, whatever, that you're going to man up and take care of your responsibilities. That's what I want you to promise me, not whether where we take our next relationship, because tomorrow I could get pregnant, amen, but I could get pregnant tomorrow. I want you to man up. I want you to be an active dad. That's what I want. Can you promise me that? That's what I want to hear now.
Babe, I promise you that I'll be an active dad, regardless of the situation. Denise, can I have a minute?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just let me know when you want me to come back in. Okay.
Babe, that was so painful. Like, you never brought it up. You never spoke about it. Then now we're having to do it in front of a therapist. Like, how does that make any sense?
Babe, I get what you're saying, right? Now, there's nothing that I can kind of say to defend this, but what I would say is that, like, personally,
How can you expect somebody that told you to go and abort your first child when he knows you can't get pregnant again? Likely, like, maybe you might get pregnant, maybe you might not get pregnant. And you're telling him to promise you, so that if you get pregnant again, it's not, no matter what. Like, he's just promising you, Lori Raw, about to keep it.
something that's been on my mind, right?
I never said it.
I've had sleepless nights, basically, and I didn't want to look weak in your eyes if I was to express such an emotion to you. I don't want to, I can be emotional right now, but I feel like that's not my job as a man, to be emotional.
Well, you can't, babe, like, especially about that, you know, you can be emotional, like, come on.
I want to be here for you as a man, and as far as
I actually feel like crying, but nah.
I understand, to my knowledge, I'm not supposed to express such emotions, babe. I can totally be emotional with you right now, but I still want you to see me as your husband, the big, strong man that you've always loved and wanted to be with, babe.
That's fine. That's cool then, babe, but in the future, I want you to...
So why do men, or should I say guys generally, feel like they are meant to not show their expression? I don't understand. Like, cry if you want to cry. I will pet you, don't worry. I'm your babe. But for you to do as if you don't care, like, do you know how painful that is?
That's not my job.
kind of like see me as your friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can show all types of emotion with me, and especially about that. Like, that's been bugging me. I felt like I was the only one who cared about it. Do you know what I mean? And hearing that you were kind of going through what I was going through, and we're in the same house, and you're just silent about it. Come on, and we're in a relationship, babe. This is why we're here, because you don't ever open up. Like, I don't know what you. Am I an op to you? Like, what is this?
I understand where you're coming from, babe. I apologize deeply from the bottom of my heart, and I promise that's not a situation that would ever be in again. In Jesus' name.
Yeah. I didn't actually know how much this affected me and how much it affected our relationship. I wasn't aware of how deep this pain ran, and it's coming from the person I love the most, you know. Now that we're actually talking about it, it's been about all the emotions and all the hurt that I hid because I never actually dealt with it. Although I understand now that the decision was mine to make, I wasn't aware of it.
Communication is the best. You have to tell your partner what you don't like, what you like, what to do, what not to do. You have to communicate, basically. Communication is actually what caused these tears, everything, the sadness. Communication. Assuming the guy has told her, oh yes, babe, I feel this way, I know it's very hard, I understand, and I know I made you go through this. I feel the pain will not be this deep for her, but it is what it is.
That back then, and I made a stupid decision that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life, and quite frankly, I don't know if I can move past this.
I still feel like Trevor and I should be able to kind of work things through this. This shouldn't really be the end based on the situation. I think we can definitely work things out through this.
I know you're wondering, what next? Well, you don't have to wait any longer. You don't have to wait till tomorrow, a fortnight, next week. We have a special episode, The Aftermath, and you can watch it right now. Did you hear that? Right now on bluetherapyshow.com. Let's start from the top. So, you've been watching these couples, you've loved them, you're invested in their relationship. You see Denise giving her advice and you want to know what happens with them. We have the answers to your questions. The aftermath will be sitting down and speaking to these amazing individuals to find out about life after blue therapy. We've seen the parodies, we've seen the memes, the Twitter conversations, that makes sense, and then criticizing me on top of that and making my life hell because I believe you're in love with your brother. What? I'm but whoever gave me that phone, you guys are fooling. You know the relationship I had with this girl. You still gave me the phone, promising me an apology.
So that's all for this video, guys. So I think there are more episodes of this, but I'm interested mostly in Chioma and Paul relationship, and I think with this, after seeing, or how would I call it, it's still odd. They should just fucking break up. Like, why waste their time? And the sister is in love with the brother. Like, who does that? If you guys like the video, kindly do subscribe, comment down below, click the like button. See you guys in my next video.